right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Right off the bat, one thing that I admit, yesterday I did overlook a point I wanted to make. I went too long into the I miss you guys rant, even though I said I wasn't going to. I proceeded to spend like 5 minutes talking about that. Now, yesterday was a little bit slower day, and keep in mind, I meant to make this point and explain to you guys and forgot. Understand the theory of the hangover day, okay? I talk about that a lot where, understand there's only so many degenerate day traders like us. There's only, so much energy and potential for a lot of these. So, we had an insane week. You go back to last week with whether it be ALF or MRIN or CUEN yesterday morning. And, it's not unusual, especially like middle of the week, to have a little bit of a slower day. And we kind of saw that play out yesterday. So just understand that, when we have these wild runs, again, stuff like ALF and MRIN and CERE and ZILA and BSQR, back on Tuesday. Tuesday was, the whole reason I came back on Wednesday was because Tuesday was just absolutely insane. So just understand that dynamic, especially like middle of the week, Wednesdays, especially in the summer. So that being said, let's get to work. CUEN is my number one as of right now. Man, this was looking so good yesterday afternoon as of now. Now, ultimately, it failed. But, man, I tell you what, at freaking 2:30, I'm guessing a lot of you were thinking the same thing I did. All of a sudden, this is a... Now, I want to be clear. CEUN failed late day. This was a failed VWAP hold high at daybreak. Okay? And, again, they don't all work. Okay? Every low floater trading 200 million shares with a chat pump that holds up all day, they don't all work. But I do want to talk about, what we were looking for and what we want to look for every day. This thing just kind of bases, from noon to 2 o'clock and then just starts grinding up, and then slammed back and faded into the close. But I'll tell you what. Here we are. It's still green on the day. It's still up 120% from yesterday morning. Don't sleep on this over 850. So that would be my entry area. Last at 851. So that's my number one as of now. It is early. So I got my alert. I'm ready. Fire it up. Let's get some CUE. And it's just torture in shorts and pre. It perked up right at 8 a.m. This is, and ultimately, it may never break 850. Okay? If it, actually, several of you have shipped me Ivan Drago shirts. Thank you. Thank you for whoever shipped me the Ivan Drago shirts. But, listen, if it dies, it dies. Okay? I don't care about CUEN. This thing, the news is very dubious. Okay? The company, very dubious. This is just 4 letters to me. Okay? But, just like ALF, just like MRIN, if this starts breaking whole dollar, half dollars, key levels on day 2, tomorrow's Friday. This even if this goes nowhere today, Friday tomorrow, man. So anyway, all right. I talked about that too much. Carlos asks about BGI. Last night, Birks. Is this a retailer? I don't know. Nice broken webpage, Birks. Their webpage is broken. It's a crappy retailer. It is low float. But it's got all kinds of resistance. So I don't know. I just see a brick. So I don't like the sector. Sector sucks. I just see all kinds of resistance. But at the end of the day, so here we go. It's terrible. It's disgusting. I actually spit up a little in my mouth when I looked at this Scamex retailer, okay? What's that mean? What is the 945 or later dip and rip designed for? And I make this point so many times. The worse it is, the more it's going to be shorted. And at the end of the day, if it's rotating the float and is breaking the high of the day, 945 or later, it is the definition of a dip and rip. So, total trash, which makes it a textbook 945 or later dip and rip. Now, keep in mind, one of the reasons I got angry last week is a lot of you guys like to ignore the timing aspects, okay? And that was one of the reasons I quit on Friday, because I'm like, a bunch of you guys like listen to the ticker, but then you don't think about the levels and the timing. Timing, man, I'm telling you. And I feel like I'm the only guy that talks about this. I mean, I just don't hear people explaining this. I think successful, consistently profitable traders all focus on time of day, but I never hear anybody like talking about it on a live stream or anything. So understand, read BGI, total trash, which makes it a textbook 945 or later dip and rip. If you're buying this right now, enjoy getting bagged, okay? Enjoy getting bagged. MRIN. Brian asking about MRIN. I'd wait for tomorrow. I don't know. So my hope is MRIN tracks sideways and then squeezes on Friday. MRIN feels like a rest day. My hope is it tracks sideways and does it on Friday. I would just assume that this just chop around. That and then starts perking up on Friday morning and then blows them up on Friday afternoon. Enrique asking about XPEV. Chinese EV. Late day VWAP hold. Listen, man, I can't believe this stock's... Jeez, look at that beautiful trend. Man. Well, late day VWAP holds. This is more of a higher priced, quote unquote, real stock. Okay? Keep in mind, I'm doing the air quotes real. It is a Chinese EV play, which is a red flag, but it is also a $38 billion market cap stock, which I kind of put in the, again, I'm doing the air quotes real. So XPEV, real stock, late day VWAP holds for swing. What's Tesla doing this morning? Remember, all EVs tend to follow Tesla. Tesla gapping a little bit. So, David asked about ATHE. Higher float. Alzheimer's and Parkinson's has been hot. Good volume, though. So, 35 million float, but 13 million shares traded. So, and Parkinson's, Alzheimer's stuff has been hot. So I'm going to call this a hot sector play. News. Little higher float than we normally like for morning plays. But great volume. 12 million shares traded at 8:40 a.m. I would say, considering the volume, I wouldn't be against relaxing the 945 rule on this. Considering the headline and volume, relaxed 945 rule on this dip and rip. Hot breaks in play all day. So, listen, again, it's 35 million float, a little bit higher, but, you know, it's probably going to trade the entire float before the open. I could see the chat pump going in this. Chat pump, you know, if they jump in it at 9 a.m. like the chat usually does, that could push this up. So as always, you got to have a plan. You got to have a stop. But this is in play all day. And again, I could probably for sure see this being the chat pump du jour. Edison, I will finish on BLINN. Oh. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Afternoon breakouts, but I thought BLINN held up better. Crud. I thought this held up better. Afternoon only. After all day fade. All right, everyone. Keep in mind, head over to StocksToTrade.com/premarket prep and drop your email. You know, again, I try not to bring this up like every time. I just bring it up here and there. The nice thing is if you drop your email in there, it is free. You get every single day, you know, about noonish, you'll get a recap of everything that I talked about. And the biggest reason I bring that up, if you miss or listen, I talk fast. You know, I move fast. I talk fast. I go through these things really quickly. If you get the newsletter, you know, you can kind of read it and maybe, you know, catch up to what I was saying. And then also, it's, you know, again, it's great if you miss a day. So StocksToTrade.com/premarket prep. Have a good day, my friends, and check out the Steady Trade team as always. And we will see you next time. There he goes. Wait, what's that? MEDS, what's this? Just dropped the PR. 2 million float. Whoa, MEDS, what's going on here? Chat pump. Okay, so MEDS is the chat play. Dang it! I was hoping they'd get in ATHE. Crap. Chat pump. Shoot. Was hoping ATHE. Man. That's a huge move. So 9:45 or later, dip and rip on meds. Former runner. Stupid low float. Has news. This is probably a 52-week high, right? 52-week high. So, man, 52s. What was I going to say? Great volume. Halt risk, but halt risk get open. So be patient. So this is now. Understand that now. Remember, the landscape changes. Mike Tyson says everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Navy SEALs say, no plan survives contact with the enemy. So here's your number one dip and rip on MEDS. And be safe, be smart, be patient, but just rotated the float, and we got 45 minutes to the open. So, I'm sure you guys can see that. Well, there you go. Have a good day.